Welcome to the Influencer Podcast, your go-to hub for influencer marketing, e-commerce, and affiliate strategies. Follow us to uncover success stories, expert advice, and practical insights to elevate your brand. This is the Influencer Podcast, your guide to mastering influence and transforming your business. Stay tuned.
Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive. Today we're tackling video influencer marketing trends for 2025. Specifically, someone wrote in asking for help prepping for a big presentation on this topic. And I get it. Trying to stay on top of all this is like trying to drink from a fire hose.
Oh, absolutely. It's definitely a fast-paced space.
So to get us started, we'll be pulling from this report called Video-Driven Influencer Marketing: Trends, Budgets, and ROI in 2025. And if there's one thing that's crystal clear from this report, it's that video content is absolutely everywhere. Literally everyone's watching, which is why brands are pouring so much money into it, especially through influencers.
Right. And I mean, this report really highlights just how much over half of all the time people spend on social media dedicated to watching videos.
Wow, that's a huge chunk of their day.
It is.
When you think about it, like TikTok has over 1 billion active users. U.S. adults are spending almost an hour a day on that app. Wild.
It's amazing.
Even Instagram, used to be the place for photos. Now Reels are taking up 50% of users' time.
And what's so fascinating here is that even the original video platforms are having to adapt.
Yeah.
YouTube, for example, pushing shorts now. This really highlights a fundamental shift in how we consume content. It's all about video these days.
Okay, but influencer marketing itself has also changed a lot too. I mean, it's not just about posting pretty pictures anymore. This report shows that influencers are now creating some seriously impressive, high-quality video content. What do you make of this evolution?
It's incredible to see just how multi-talented these influencers are becoming. I mean, they're producing everything from those super polished, long YouTube vlogs to those quick, attention-grabbing TikToks. They've basically become like mini production studios.
Exactly. So to me, this means brands are now looking for influencers who can tell engaging stories through video, not just, showcase a product.
Yeah, they need to go beyond that basic look at this cool thing and really create like a narrative that resonates with viewers.
And the report goes on to explain why brands are so into video influencers. It's not just about getting likes. They're using this content to boost engagement, drive sales, build brand awareness, going way beyond what static posts can do.
Yeah, it's about leveraging the trust that people already have in these influencers, making the brand message feel more authentic, more engaging, more interactive.
And the crazy thing is, it's actually working. This report highlights that brands are seeing some serious return on their investment. For every dollar they spend on these video influencer campaigns, they're making $4 to $5 back. Pretty compelling reason to invest, don't you think?
It really highlights the value of this type of marketing.
Okay, so let's talk about different formats now. Short versus long. The report actually shows both are trending in 2025.
Yeah.
What do you think the strengths are of each? Is one better than the other?
I don't think it's about picking a winner. They both have their advantages. Short-form videos, like those you see on TikTok and Reels, those are fantastic for grabbing attention and going viral. I mean, they're designed for those shorter attention spans that we all have these days.
Right. It's all about that instant impact.
Yeah.
But what about long-form content?
Well, that's where platforms like YouTube really shine. Long-form videos are great for building trust and deeper engagement, especially with loyal followers who want more than just a quick hit.
It sounds like the best strategy is probably a mix of both.
Absolutely. The smart brands and influencers, they're using both short and long-form video to maximize their reach.
And it's not just about the format either. This report shows another interesting trend: interactive content. We're seeing polls, quizzes, challenges, all sorts of things designed to get the audience participating, especially Gen Z. What are your thoughts on this?
I mean, it's incredibly effective. Interactive content turns those viewers into active participants. So it makes the experience much more engaging, much more memorable. They're not just watching, they're a part of the experience.
I can see why that would resonate with younger audiences. It feels more personal, less like a one-way broadcast.
Exactly.
Okay, so this is where things get really interesting. The role of artificial intelligence, AI, in video influencer marketing. This is a pretty big emerging trend that the report dives into.
We're already seeing AI used in some really fascinating ways. One is through the rise of these virtual influencers, basically CGI-created characters with massive online followings.
Yeah, it's pretty mind-blowing. These virtual beings are becoming like stars in their own right. I mean,
Yeah.
collaborating with brands and everything.
And then the second application of AI that we're seeing is through tools designed to actually help human influencers. So these tools can help streamline video production, making it easier and faster to create high-quality content.
It's like having a whole production team at your fingertips. But there's also this interesting point the report makes about brands using these AI influencers to have, complete creative control, maybe to even avoid the risks associated with human influencers.
Yeah, it's kind of a double-edged sword. While you get that control, you also risk losing that human touch that audiences really connect with. It'll be interesting to see how this all plays out.
All right, let's move on to the money talk now. This report doesn't shy away from budgets and ROI. And what's really clear is that brands are serious about video influencer marketing. I mean, they're putting their money where their mouth is.
The numbers don't lie. The global influencer marketing industry is valued at a whopping $24 billion, and it's projected to almost double, hitting nearly $50 billion by 2027.
That is incredible. And a lot of marketing agencies are allocating a significant portion of their budget to influencer campaigns. Over a quarter are spending 40% or more on influencers, according to this report.
And it makes sense when you consider the return on investment. Video influencer campaigns are consistently driving sales and increasing brand awareness, justifying these significant budget increases.
Yeah, but let's not forget that this surge in video content isn't happening in a vacuum. It's directly tied to changes in consumer behavior, things like shorter attention spans and a growing demand for authenticity.
Right. Brands and influencers have had to adapt to keep up. They're using quick cuts, catchy hooks, and relatable storytelling to really capture and hold attention in a world that is constantly vying for it.
And this report highlights just how important video has become in those purchase decisions. A staggering 82% of consumers say that video content is a key factor when they're buying something.
That's huge, but there's a word of caution here. Consumers are savvy. They can tell when an influencer isn't being genuine.
So authenticity is still key.
Yeah.
Okay, let's look at some numbers from the U.S. and Canada specifically. Anything jump out at you from the report?
Well, a whopping 86% of U.S. marketing professionals are planning to work with at least one influencer in 2025. So that's a clear indicator of how important this strategy has become.
No kidding. And unsurprisingly, Instagram and TikTok are leading the charge there, followed by YouTube.
Makes sense. Those are the platforms where video content really reigns supreme.
Now, what about brands with smaller budgets? The report emphasizes that micro and nano influencers, so those with smaller but highly engaged followings, are still a cost-effective option.
Absolutely. They offer a fantastic way to reach those niche audiences without breaking the bank.
And of course, TikTok, it boasts some of the highest engagement rates across all platforms.
It's really become the hub for influencer marketing and audience interaction.
Looking to connect with your audience and make your product go viral? Meet Ainfluencer.com, the end-to-end marketplace that connects you with over 1 million Instagram and TikTok influencers for free. With no subscriptions or fees, Ainfluencer.com makes it easy to find the perfect collaboration partners for your brand instantly. Its AI-powered system does the heavy lifting, matching you with influencers based on niche demographics, past performance, and engagement. Start your campaign directly from your Ainfluencer dashboard or your Shopify store in seconds. Manage everything from inviting influencers and negotiating deals to secure payments and performance analytics all in one place. Handle influencer-curated lists, affiliate marketing, and content creation, even translated into 200+ languages, all without paying any platform fees. Unlimited use, forever free. Visit Ainfluencer.com today and take your brand to the next level.
Okay, so let's dive into some real-world examples here. This report had some incredible case studies of successful video influencer campaigns. Yeah, these are the ones that really went viral and achieved amazing results.
Love a good success story. Let's hear them.
First up, Dunkin and their collaboration with TikTok superstar Charli D'Amelio. Remember that one?
Oh, yeah. Brilliant campaign.
They basically made her a true brand ambassador. She was constantly posting TikToks about Dunkin, doing, dance challenges, encouraging her followers to share their own experiences.
And it felt so organic, so genuinely aligned with her personality.
The results were huge. They even named a drink after her, the Charli. And the campaign led to a 57% spike in app downloads the day that drink launched.
They also saw a significant boost in cold brew sales. That's the power of influencer marketing. turning online engagement into real-world results.
Absolutely. Next up, we have Gymshark and their 66-day challenge. They've always been masters at using influencer video content to build their fitness community.
This one was all about leveraging the power of community and personal growth. So they partnered with fitness influencers on TikTok and Instagram, challenging people to commit to 66 days of working towards, a goal.
And it wasn't just about fitness, it could be any personal goal. And they used video content to really document the journey and inspire others along the way.
Fantastic way to motivate people and build that sense of shared experience.
The hashtag Gymshark66 exploded on TikTok, racking up over 200 million views. It even spilled over to Instagram with tons of posts.
And they weren't just selling workout clothes, they were selling a lifestyle. And video was the perfect way to bring that vision to life.
Okay, next we have Häagen-Dazs and their Häagen-Dazs campaign. This one really tapped into that desire for comfort and indulgence during, the pandemic.
This one really resonated with people who were stuck at home, so they used a diverse group of nano and micro influencers across different platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook.
Each week, these influencers would share videos of themselves just enjoying Häagen-Dazs in their everyday life. Whether it was trying new recipes or just having a relaxing ice cream night, it was all about showcasing those simple pleasures.
It made Häagen-Dazs feel relatable and accessible.
Over 8 weeks, they generated nearly 3 million views across all those influencer videos. And get this, their weekly ice cream sales on Amazon almost doubled by the end of the campaign.
That's a fantastic example of how brands can adapt and connect with their audience even during, those challenging times.
Last but not least, let's talk about Chipotle, the fast casual chain that's become like a TikTok marketing powerhouse.
Chipotle has absolutely nailed it on TikTok. They really understand how to engage with Gen Z through fun and creative content.
Their Chipotle lid flip challenge was pure genius. Remember that one?
Oh yeah, it was so simple yet so effective.
So they partnered with a TikTok influencer who showed off this trick shot where he flipped his Chipotle bowl lid and caught it perfectly.
So quirky and unexpected.
And went viral. I mean,
Yeah.
thousands of people, other influencers, started trying to replicate the lid flip and sharing their attempts on TikTok.
It turned into a massive trend, the hashtag racking up tens of millions of views.
Yeah.
And it was organic, authentic, and it turned Chipotle into a brand that felt cool and relatable.
And what's so fascinating about all these success stories is that they really highlight a common thread. When influencers create that compelling video content that aligns with the brand's narrative or their challenge, the results can be truly remarkable.
It's about finding that sweet spot where the brand messaging and the influencer's creativity intersect. And video provides the perfect platform for that to happen.
Okay, let's shift gears and talk about the future of video-driven influencer marketing. This report makes some pretty fascinating predictions, and it's clear that things are going to get even more interesting.
I'm all ears. What's on the horizon?
Well, the report predicts that video content will become even more ubiquitous across social media. I mean, if you thought video was everywhere now, just wait.
It's not slowing down anytime soon. Platforms are constantly evolving, and the trend is clearly pointing towards video as the dominant format.
Instagram will keep pushing Reels and other video features. TikTok will continue to reign supreme. And I bet even platforms that are traditionally text-focused, like Twitter, will probably jump on the video bandwagon.
So for influencers, this means that video creation skills will become even more essential. They'll need to be masters of the craft to stand out and connect with their audience.
And for brands, it seems like video influencer collaborations will become the norm, not just a special tactic.
It'll be interesting to see how platforms adapt and innovate to stay ahead of the curve and cater to this demand for video content.
Another big prediction is the explosion of social commerce through video. We're already seeing platforms like TikTok and Instagram experimenting with those in-app shopping features where you can buy products directly from a video or a live stream.
Yeah, it's the next evolution of online shopping. As video content becomes more immersive and engaging, integrating shopping seamlessly into that experience just makes sense.
Yeah, the report suggests that shoppable videos and one-click purchases will become the standard. So imagine you're watching your favorite influencer try on clothes, and you can buy those exact items with a single click.
The future of retail therapy. And influencers will play a central role in shaping that evolution.
This report also predicts continued innovation in short-form video, but with a twist. Influencers will need to get even more creative to stand out in a sea of content.
It's a constant game of one-upmanship. As audiences become more discerning, influencers will need to really push the boundaries of creativity to capture and hold their attention.
Think of more augmented reality and virtual reality integration, 3D videos, even more clever storytelling techniques that can hook viewers across like multiple short posts.
It'll be fascinating to see how technology continues to shape the landscape of short-form video content and what creative solutions influencers will come up with.
And while short-form video will likely remain dominant, the report predicts that influencers will also diversify across platforms to avoid putting all their eggs in one basket.
Smart strategy. Building a presence on multiple platforms allows influencers to reach a wider audience and reduces the risk of being dependent on any single platform's algorithm.
Exactly. So they might repurpose their content across different platforms, ensuring that they have a presence on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and whatever new platforms emerge. It's about building a true multi-platform empire.
It's all about maximizing reach and impact.
Are you an influencer looking to land more deals and grow your income? Meet Influencer.com, the free marketplace connecting you with thousands of brands on Instagram and TikTok. With no fees, subscriptions, or hidden costs, Influencer.com is built to help you succeed. You keep 80% of every deal, and we handle the rest, from secure payments to resolving any disputes. Our AI-powered system matches you with the perfect campaigns based on your niche, audience, and engagement. Simply create a profile, showcase your work, and start collaborating with top brands in minutes. From paid posts and affiliate deals to content creation opportunities, Influencer lets you manage it all in one place. And with tools to track your performance and build your reputation, you'll always stay ahead. Join Influencer.com today and turn your creativity into profit. Free forever. Influencer. Smart collaborations, endless opportunities.
Okay, so let's talk production quality. As influencer marketing budgets increase and the competition heats up, we can expect to see a noticeable rise in the quality of those influencer-produced videos.
Makes sense. As the stakes get higher, both influencers and brands will invest more in ensuring that their content is, like, polished and professional.
So influencers might start working with small production teams, incorporating like better lighting, sound, visuals. They might even invest in like studio setups for certain sponsored content.
It's about elevating that viewing experience and creating content that looks and feels like premium.
However, the report stresses that this increased professionalism shouldn't come at the expense of authenticity.
Absolutely. Audiences can spot a fake a mile away. If video content starts feeling too much like a polished TV commercial, it will lose that human touch that makes influencer marketing so effective.
Exactly. It's all about finding that balance where high production values enhance the content without sacrificing the genuine connection that audiences really crave.
A delicate dance between professionalism and authenticity.
And of course, we can't forget about AI. The report predicts that AI-powered tools will become even more sophisticated, enabling influencers to streamline their video production process even further.
It's like having a virtual production assistant. AI can help with everything from, editing, adding subtitles, to enhancing video quality, and even generating, like, creative ideas.
It's about empowering creators to produce more content more efficiently without compromising on quality.
It will be interesting to see how AI continues to shape the creator landscape and what new possibilities it unlocks.
And then there's the rise of virtual influencers. The report suggests that these CGI-created characters who are already gaining massive followings will become even more prominent in the years to come.
Fascinating development. These virtual beings offer brands like complete control over their image and their messaging, which can be tempting.
Imagine a virtual influencer who can, like, wear digital fashion, promote products in animated videos, and even interact with audiences in real time.
The possibilities are endless.
However, the report cautions that these virtual influencers are unlikely to fully replace human influencers.
There's still something special about that human connection, that relatability factor that comes with seeing a real person behind the content.
Authenticity is crucial.
Precisely. As influencer marketing continues to evolve, authenticity will be more important than ever.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground, but before we move on, I want to leave you with this. As video continues to dominate the social media landscape and influencer marketing gets even more sophisticated, it's crucial to remember that at the heart of it all, it's still about storytelling.
Storytelling is the universal language that connects us all. It's how we share our experiences, our emotions, and our values.
And in the world of video influencer marketing, Storytelling is really the key to creating content that resonates, engages, and inspires.
It's about finding those influencers who can tell your brand story in a way that is authentic, compelling, and memorable.
So before we wrap up this part of our deep dive, keep the power of storytelling in mind. It's the secret ingredient that can elevate your campaigns and create a lasting impact on your audience.
It's about weaving narratives that captivate, engage, and leave a mark on the hearts and minds of your viewers. That's the power of a good story. It really is. A well-told story can make all the difference.
Okay, so we've talked about how video is changing the game, the power of storytelling, but let's get practical for a moment. This report dives into the importance of data in influencer marketing.
Oh yeah, data is absolutely essential. It's like having a roadmap to guide you through, this ever-changing landscape.
You need to know what's working, what's not, and why. And this report really emphasizes that both brands and influencers need to become more data-driven in their approach.
Absolutely. I mean, it's not just about creating content and hoping for the best. It's about tracking those key metrics, analyzing that data, and then using those insights to refine your strategies.
It's about moving beyond those vanity metrics like likes and followers and really focusing on the metrics that matter: engagement, reach, conversion rates.
Right, those deeper metrics that show you how your content is truly performing and impacting your audience.
Exactly. So as you kind of dive deeper into this world, remember that data is your friend. It's your secret weapon for success.
It's the compass that will keep you on course.
Okay, so there's another aspect of influencer marketing that I think is super important, and the report touches on this as well, building genuine relationships.
Yes, relationships are at the heart of successful influencer marketing. It's not just about transactions. It's about those long-term connections built on trust and mutual respect.
It's about treating influencers like collaborators, not just vendors. You want to involve them in that creative process, give them some freedom, really value their input.
Yeah, and when you have those strong relationships, the passion for the brand, it shines through in the content. And that authenticity is really what resonates with audiences.
Exactly. It creates a win-win situation for everyone involved.
Absolutely. When brands and influencers are working together harmoniously, the magic happens.
So as you navigate this world of influencer marketing, remember, it's not just about algorithms and metrics and contracts. It's about people.
It's about human connection, authenticity, and those relationships that make it all worthwhile.
All right, now, there's one more important piece of the puzzle that we need to address here, and that's the ethical considerations in this space. The report really emphasizes this.
Yes, ethics are paramount in any form of marketing, but especially in influencer marketing, where trust and transparency are so vital.
It's about being honest, transparent, and responsible in your approach.
For influencers, that means being upfront about sponsored content, using those clear disclosures. It's also about being authentic in their recommendations, only promoting products or services they genuinely believe in.
And for brands, it's about partnering with influencers who share their values and being transparent about their expectations and providing clear guidelines for sponsored content.
It's about doing the right thing, even when no one is watching.
Exactly. Ethics should be the foundation of any influencer marketing strategy. It's about building trust, maintaining credibility, and ensuring the long-term sustainability of the industry.
It's about having a positive impact on your brand, your audience, and society as a whole.
Now, before we wrap up this part of our deep dive, I want to circle back to something we touched on earlier: storytelling. As video content continues to dominate and influencer marketing gets even more sophisticated, it's easy to get caught up in all the technical stuff. But we can't forget that storytelling is still the heart and soul of it all.
It's the glue that holds everything together. A good story can captivate an audience, make them feel something, and ultimately drive them to action.
And in this world of video influencer marketing, finding those influencers who can tell your brand story authentically, compellingly, and memorably, that's key.
It's those storytellers who will truly make a difference.
So as you embark on your influencer marketing journey, remember the power of story. Don't let it get lost in the noise.
It's the secret ingredient that can take your campaigns from good to great.
Well said. Now, we've covered a lot of ground in this part of the dive, but let's switch gears and look at what this report has to say about another key aspect of this space: social commerce. This is where, the worlds of influencer marketing and e-commerce collide.
Social commerce is such an exciting area. It's all about making it easier for people to buy products directly through social media platforms. And, video is playing a massive role in this.
Yeah, the report predicts that by 2025, social commerce, especially through video, will be a major force.
Think shoppable videos, live stream shopping, and influencers, showcasing products in a way that makes it super easy for viewers to make a purchase right then and there.
It's all about reducing those barriers between content and checkout.
Exactly, and video is the perfect medium for this. It allows influencers to demonstrate products, highlight their features, and really create that impulse to buy.
So for you, this means paying attention to how influencers are incorporating like those shoppable features into their videos.
Right, it's no longer just about raising awareness. It's about driving those direct sales.
Now, the report also highlights a few interesting trends within the world of social commerce that I think are worth noting.
I'm all ears. What are they seeing?
Well, one is the rise of personalized recommendations. As you know, AI is becoming more and more sophisticated and is being used to analyze user data and tailor product suggestions.
So instead of seeing, like, those generic ads, consumers will see product recommendations based on their interests and past behavior. That's a game changer.
It makes the shopping experience more relevant and engaging.
Absolutely. It's about delivering the right product to the right person at the right time.
Another trend the report highlights is the growing importance of user-generated content within social commerce.
We're seeing this already, right? People love sharing their experiences with products and brands on social media.
Exactly. And brands are recognizing the power of this authentic content. So they're encouraging customers to create videos, reviewing their products, sharing unboxing experiences, and, basically acting as brand ambassadors.
Brilliant strategy. User-generated content is incredibly powerful because it comes from real people, not paid influencers.
It builds trust and credibility, which is so valuable in today's world, where consumers are just bombarded with marketing messages from all sides.
Yeah, people are much more likely to trust recommendations from, like, their peers than from a brand itself.
And finally, the report talks about the rise of interactive shopping experiences. So this goes beyond just watching a video and clicking a Buy Now button.
It's about creating immersive and engaging experiences that allow consumers to, like, interact with products virtually.
Think about things like virtual try-ons, where you can use AR, augmented reality, to see how a piece of clothing would look on you, or like 360-degree product views that give you a more complete understanding of what you're buying.
It's about bringing the in-store experience online.
Exactly. And video plays a crucial role in creating these immersive experiences.
It's fascinating to see how social commerce is evolving and blurring those lines between entertainment, shopping, and social interaction.
Wish your videos could speak the world's language? Imagine your videos breaking through language barriers and reaching billions more people who speak over 200 languages different from yours. Whether you're a brand, influencer, or podcaster,
C'est per te è importante quanto per If smelling good 24 hours. Si pour toi il est aussi important. Si para ti es tan importante como para mí oler rico 24 horas.
language shouldn't hold you back from reaching larger audiences. Create a video and distribute it in 200+ languages. How does that sound? Our AI-powered video translation makes it possible with just a click. So why limit your reach? Work smarter. Create one video and turn it into 200+ localized versions.
Horas al día. Tengo que recomendarte Cleansen.
Whether you're a business expanding globally, an influencer connecting with diverse followers, or a YouTuber growing your channel, one thing is clear. Language barriers are a thing of the past. With just a few clicks, you can translate your videos into multiple languages,
Would you like me to translate that?
instantly connecting with audiences worldwide. It's simple. Upload your video. Choose the languages to translate to. Let our AI work its magic. In minutes, your video will be transformed with accurate tone, voice, subtitles, and even voiceover options, ready to captivate audiences in any language.
Last a very long time on your body. There are fragrances for both.
Don't wait. The world is watching. Join thousands of businesses, influencers, and content creators who trust our AI to take their content to a global stage. It's time to start up. Brand ID is your digital hub.
Now let's switch gears again and talk about something that's becoming increasingly important in the world of influencer marketing. And that is the concept of brand safety.
Yeah, brand safety is all about protecting your brand's reputation, making sure that your marketing campaigns don't associate you with any, like, negative or controversial content.
And this is especially important in influencer marketing where, brands are entrusting others to represent them.
Exactly. You don't want your brand associated with an influencer who, suddenly gets caught up in a scandal or promotes values that conflict with your own.
So how can brands mitigate these risks? Well, the report highlights a few key strategies.
One is careful vetting of potential influencer partners. It's crucial to do your due diligence. Research their past behavior, their values, the type of content they create.
It's about finding those influencers who align with your brand and who have a history of responsible behavior online.
Right. You don't want any surprises down the line.
Another key strategy is establishing clear guidelines for those influencer collaborations.
So this means outlining your expectations for content creation, specifying any topics or themes that are off limits, and really defining what constitutes appropriate behavior online.
It's about setting those boundaries up front and making sure that everyone is on the same page.
Exactly. It helps prevent any misunderstandings and protects both the brand and the influencer.
Now, the report also suggests using technology to monitor influencer activity.
There are tools out there that can track an influencer's social media posts, flag any potentially problematic content, and alert brands to any, red flags.
It's like having an extra set of eyes on your influencer campaigns.
Yeah, and it can help you catch any issues early on and take corrective action before they escalate.
So as you can see, brand safety is a multifaceted issue, and it requires a proactive and strategic approach.
Absolutely. It's about protecting your brand's reputation and building trust with your audience.
Now let's talk about a topic that often comes up when discussing the future of influencer marketing, the evolving role of the influencer.
Yeah, it's fascinating to think about how the role of the influencer will continue to change as the landscape evolves.
Well, the report highlights a few key predictions in this area.
I'm intrigued. What are they saying?
Well, one prediction is that influencers will become more specialized.
I mean, we're already seeing this trend emerge, right? Influencers are carving out those niches for themselves, focusing on specific areas of expertise.
Exactly. So instead of trying to be everything to everyone, influencers are becoming, authorities in specific areas, whether it's fashion, beauty, gaming, or sustainable living.
This specialization allows them to build deeper trust with their audience and become those go-to resources for information and recommendations.
It's like becoming a micro-celebrity within a particular niche.
Right. And brands are increasingly seeking out those niche influencers who can connect with those highly targeted audiences.
Another prediction is that influencers will need to become more entrepreneurial.
It's no longer just about posting sponsored content and getting paid. Influencers are building their own brands, launching their own product lines, and creating those multiple revenue streams.
They're becoming savvy business owners, leveraging their influence to create sustainable careers.
Exactly. They're diversifying their income and building businesses that extend beyond their social media presence.
And the report also predicts that influencers will need to become more data savvy.
As the influencer marketing industry matures, data becomes increasingly important. Influencers need to understand the metrics, analyze their performance, and use data to make those informed decisions about their content and their business strategies.
It's no longer enough to just be, creative and charismatic. Influencers need to understand the business side of things as well.
It's about demonstrating their value to brands and proving their return on investment.
Now, let's shift gears and talk about something that's becoming a hot topic in the world of influencer marketing. The rise of the metaverse.
The metaverse is such a fascinating concept. It's essentially a virtual world where people can interact with each other, play games, attend events, and even, buy and sell digital assets.
It's still in its early stages, but it has the potential to revolutionize how we connect with each other and with brands.
Absolutely. And influencers are already starting to explore the possibilities of the metaverse.
The report highlights a few key ways that influencers are engaging with this emerging space.
I'm eager to learn more. What are they up to in the metaverse?
Well, one way is through the creation of virtual avatars.
It's like having a digital representation of yourself that can interact with others in the metaverse.
Exactly. Influencers are creating avatars that, resemble them and using these avatars to host virtual events, meet with fans, and even collaborate with brands on, virtual product launches.
It's a way to extend their reach and engage with their audience in a whole new way.
Another way influencers are engaging with the metaverse is through the creation of, digital assets.
This could include things like, virtual clothing, accessories, or even like unique digital artwork that can be, bought, sold, and traded within the metaverse.
Influencers are leveraging their creativity and their brand to create these digital assets and, generate new revenue streams.
It's a whole new economy within the metaverse.
The report also highlights the potential for influencers to create, like, immersive experiences within the metaverse.
Imagine, like, attending a virtual concert hosted by your favorite musician, or taking a virtual cooking class led by a renowned chef.
It's about bringing those real-world experiences into the virtual realm.
It opens up so many possibilities for creativity and engagement.
So as you can see, the metaverse is an exciting frontier for influencer marketing, and it'll be fascinating to see how influencers continue to shape and explore this space.
A world full of potential, and it's only just beginning.
Okay, so let's shift gears one last time and look at how geopolitical trends are impacting the world of influencer marketing.
It's important to recognize that, influencer marketing doesn't exist in a vacuum. It's influenced by, like, global events and societal shifts.
And the report highlights a few key geopolitical trends that are really shaping the industry.
I'm curious to hear what they are.
Well, one trend is the rise of influencer marketing in emerging markets.
As internet access and smartphone adoption continue to grow in, countries like China, India, and Brazil, influencer marketing is becoming a powerful force in those regions.
Brands are recognizing the opportunity to connect with new audiences in these, rapidly growing economies.
It's opening up, like, new doors for both brands and influencers.
Another trend is the increasing focus on diversity and inclusion in influencer marketing.
Consumers are demanding to see themselves reflected in the content they consume, and brands are responding by partnering with influencers from, like, diverse backgrounds and representing a wider range of perspectives.
It's about creating content that is more authentic and relatable to a broader audience.
Yeah, it's not just about, like, ticking a box. It's about genuine representation and inclusivity.
The report also highlights the growing importance of, like, purpose-driven influencer marketing.
Consumers, especially, like, younger generations, are looking to support brands and influencers who align with their values and who are, making a positive impact on the world.
It's not just about promoting products anymore. It's about aligning with social causes, advocating for change, and using your platform for good.
It's about having a purpose beyond profit.
So as you can see, geopolitical trends are shaping the influencer marketing landscape in some pretty profound ways.
It's a dynamic and interconnected world, and influencers and brands, they need to be aware of these, like, global shifts and adapt their strategies accordingly.
Now, we've covered an incredible amount of information in this deep dive. Hopefully you're feeling well-equipped to tackle that presentation.
Yeah, it's been a whirlwind tour of the influencer marketing landscape. I've learned so much.
Before we wrap up this part of the dive, I want to leave you with a few key takeaways.
I'm all ears.
First and foremost, influencer marketing is constantly evolving.
It's a dynamic industry that requires constant adaptation and a willingness to, like, embrace those new trends.
So stay curious, stay informed, and be ready to adjust your strategies as the landscape changes.
Absolutely. Complacency is the enemy of success in this fast-paced world.
Second, remember the power of authentic connections.
Find influencers who genuinely align with your brand, your values, and your target audience.
Build those strong relationships based on trust and mutual respect. The results will follow.
Authenticity is the key to creating content that resonates and builds those lasting connections.
And finally, don't be afraid to experiment.
The beauty of influencer marketing is that there's always something new to try, a new platform to explore, a new format to test.
So get creative, push those boundaries, and see what works best for your brand and your audience.
It's all about, like, continuous learning and finding those innovative solutions that make you stand out from the crowd.
Well said. Now, with those takeaways in mind, let's move on to the final part of our deep dive. Okay, so we've explored the trends, the data, the ethics, even the metaverse. But as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to bring it back to you and that presentation you're working on.
It's a lot to take in, but hopefully you're feeling inspired and ready to kind of apply what we've discussed.
Absolutely. And to help you even more, I want to highlight a few key things from this report that you can actually use in your presentation. They're like little nuggets of gold to really wow your audience.
Okay, I love a good aha moment. Lay it on me.
First up, let's talk about nano-influencers. These are individuals with smaller followings, typically like between 1,000 and 10,000. But they have incredibly high engagement rates. They're like the hidden gems of influencer marketing.
Yeah, they're often overlooked, but they can be incredibly effective, especially for like brands with smaller budgets or those looking to reach those, niche audiences.
Exactly. And this report shows that nano-influencers are only gaining in popularity. So if you're looking for a cost-effective way to boost engagement and connect with a specific audience, consider, adding those nano-influencers to your strategy.
It's a smart move.
Now, another key concept from this report is social commerce, essentially the integration of shopping directly into those social media platforms. And as we discussed earlier, it's set to explode in the coming years.
Oh, absolutely. Think shoppable videos, live stream shopping, and influencers seamlessly weaving those product recommendations into their content. It's all about making it, super easy for people to buy what they see.
And this is something you can really highlight in your presentation. Social commerce is changing the way people shop, and brands need to be ready to adapt.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a major shift in consumer behavior, and those who embrace it will have a distinct advantage.
Okay, one more key takeaway from the report that I think will resonate with your audience. The importance of those long-term influencer partnerships.
Yeah, this goes beyond those like one-off sponsored posts. It's about building, lasting relationships with influencers who genuinely connect with your brand and your audience.
And these long-term partnerships, they really foster trust and authenticity, which are so crucial for building a loyal following.
Yeah, when an influencer consistently advocates for your brand, it really builds credibility and strengthens those consumer relationships.
So in your presentation, you can emphasize the value of nurturing those long-term influencer relationships.
It's about creating that win-win situation where both the brand and the influencer benefit from the partnership.
Now, as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of video influencer marketing, I want to leave you with a final thought to ponder.
Okay, I'm ready for that final bit of wisdom.
As you prepare for this presentation, consider this. In this ever-evolving landscape, what's the one thing that will remain constant?
That's a great question. What do you think it is?
I believe it's the human connection. No matter how sophisticated technology gets or how many new platforms emerge, people will always crave those, genuine connections.
You're absolutely right. And influencer marketing at its core is all about leveraging those human connections to build trust and drive action.
So as you craft your presentation, keep that human element front and center. Emphasize the power of storytelling, the importance of authenticity, and the value of building relationships.
Those are the timeless principles that will guide you through this ever-changing landscape.
Well said. And with that, we've reached the end of our deep dive. We hope you found it informative and inspiring.
Best of luck with that presentation.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep.
Are you an Amazon seller dreaming of explosive sales growth? Tired of struggling to reach new customers? You're not alone. Scaling your Amazon business can be tough, but what if there was a secret weapon? Introducing AlgoRift, the all-in-one Amazon affiliate platform that connects you with over 100,000 eager affiliates ready to promote your products across the web. Imagine this: a massive army of influencers and content creators, all working to drive traffic and sales directly to your Amazon listings. With AlgoRift, this dream becomes a reality. AlgoRift simplifies the entire Amazon affiliate marketing process. Simply connect your Amazon account, sync your products, and set your personalized commission rates. Then invite top-notch affiliates to join your program, all within the AlgoRift platform. No more messy spreadsheets, complicated tracking links, or juggling multiple platforms. AlgoRift.ai handles it all. You can chat directly with your affiliates, negotiate personalized commissions, and manage all your payments in one convenient place. Ready to maximize the power of affiliate marketing? Visit AlgoRift.ai today and claim your free trial. AlgoRift.ai. Connect, collaborate, conquer.